0.6 meter lengths. Fold them all in half. Mark out the centre using a clip or a pin to a corkboard. The corkboard is optional. I'm using it for filming purposes, but it is possible to do this without one. If you don't use a corkboard, it can get a bit fiddly, so make sure you take your time on this section. So here I'm just creating a braid. I did that for about 5 times and then used a pin to mark out that end, and then I turned it around and did the same on the other side. Again, this can be quite fiddly, so if you do need to mark out each end so you don't lose the braid, then do so. Now fold the braided ends together and hold it in place with your finger. You're now going to create half a square knot to close off the handle. Do this by taking a length from the left and one from the right. These will be your outer cords. The ones in the middle are your inner cords. Fold the left outer cord over the inner cords, creating an L shape. Then take the right outer cord, fold it over the L shape and under the inner cords and through the L shape. Pull to tighten. Do it slowly to get the first knot in position. You may need to pull the inner cord slightly to ensure the handle keeps its shape, and then repeat this knot again and tighten it to secure the handle in place. Repeat the half square knot again. You will start to see the spiral pattern form. Repeat this knot until the spiral pattern measures approximately 4.5 centimeters. Now gather 6 of your 0.5 meter lengths. Fold 2 of them in half and find the middle. Fold one of the lengths over one another and use your fingers to hold this in place. Create a square knot. Do this by taking the left cord and forming an L shape over the 2 inner cords. Take the right cord, fold it over the L shape under the inner cords and through the L shape. Pull to tighten. Repeat this step using the right outer cord first. the square knot with the other 4 0.35 meter lengths, then set these aside as you'll be attaching them to the hanger later. Divide the hanger into 3 sections and take 3 0.35 meter lengths to form a square knot, approximately 4.5 centimeters from the spiral pattern. The additional chords will be your outer chords and the divided sections are your inner chords. Repeat this for all 3 lengths. Now attach the square knot lengths that you made earlier onto the hanger. Alternate where you place them, 1 on each side of the 3 sections. Attach them with a square knot. Then fold it around to attach the main section together with one more square knot, and this will form the basket. Finish off the basket. Continue to create alternating square knots until you have 4 layers of square knots in total.
So you've got one 0.3 meter length remaining. Take this length and use it to finish off the basket base, just to close it all off. Take the cord length and then place it just over the basket so it sticks out, and then you create a loop using that length. Hold it in place using your fingers, and then taking the longer part, wrap it around about 5 or 6 times to secure it in place. Once you've wrapped this around as many times as you need, then feed that length through the loop that you've created. top part of the cord until the knot sits behind the wrapped cord section. Once in place, use scissors to cut the remaining length. You may need to push it down using the scissors once you've cut it, as it can stick out a little bit on the base, but that just hides it behind the wrap section. If the basket is a slightly weird, wonky shape, you can pull on the cords just slightly, and then use your fingers to shape the basket out, just to kind of get that base basket set properly. Then cut the tassel section to your desired length. Finally, finish it off with adding some greenery or dried lavender sprigs into the basket. Using either the elasticated string or the 0.4 meter length of cotton cord, feed it through the handle loop and tie it together using an overhand knot. This will be the handle that you use to tie it around the mirror.